All right, now we have Isaiah Jackson, and he may need an atlas to figure out where he's going. This was the Lakers pick. Then this got traded to Washington in the deal that sent Russell Westbrook to the Lakers. Now it's been traded again, and ultimately, here's what you need to know. The Pacers have the pick. So the Pacers select Isaiah Jackson. He is going to Indiana. He is a guy who can certainly block some shots. Nerlens Noel, last player blocked that many shots, so get a little presence in the middle. Sabonis in there. This is a guy who can do an awful lot of things, and now maybe someone help him on the defensive end. What do you think of the selection?
I really like this pick. And when you look at Jackson, shot blocking, rim running, lob catching guy, similar to Clint Capella from the Atlanta Hawks. He's an up-pace guy. Indiana needs to get up and down the floor a little bit more. I think he complements Sabonis' game because Sabonis, I think, is better at the stretch four position and not a small center. So you get some reinforcements behind you with the defense, rebounding. In his lone season at Kentucky, he showed some glimpses of being a very good offensive player. So I like this pick for the Indiana Pacers.
All right, and in the deal, the Wizards will get the 31st pick in a player, so we'll see as things go down. This is, again, Kentucky is a team that usually most people who are basketball fans know inside and out. This year, maybe not so much, especially if you're one of those that show up at tournament time, conference tournament, NCAA tournament, you really get into it. You didn't have that Kentucky love where they make this march to the Final Four. Who is this player?
He is somewhat, rim running is great. Your Capella comparison is actually pretty intriguing there, but he'll rebound well at both ends, block shots, fairly limited overall. We'll see if this is kind of a pick that gets a bit lost in the shuffle down the road. Certainly a solid player, but this is the first Kentucky player that's been taken. This is not the norm for John Calipari. We obviously know that. Normally Kentucky's got a guy certainly in the lottery and sometimes obviously top 5, top 3. That's not the case here. Isaiah Jackson's the first player off the board. Keep an eye on B.J. Boston, see where he goes, and that was a wonderful moment earlier tonight when the NBA selected the late Terrence Clark, who would have been a draft pick, probably a first-round draft pick in this draft, but he tragically passed a couple of months ago. I think Isaiah Jackson will fit a very defined role in the NBA. He only took 2 3-point attempts at Kentucky in his one-and-done season there. If the Pacers can make room for him and they think he's a good fit, good. I just think there's a potential here where he's just like, oh, that's who went there, and then maybe not a ton there because offensively, certainly limited.
All right. But some people love this, and some people are going to convince you that this is a great pick. And Travis Branham has been elected by some people. So you're on. Let's go. Is this a pick that you like? And if so, convince me.
Yeah, I absolutely love this pick. Him going this low in the draft is not a surprise. However, I think he is one of the best prospects in this class. I actually had him at number 10 on my big board. You're talking about a 6'11", long and ridiculously athletic big man. And really to understand Isaiah Jackson as a player, you have he only been has been bouncing around from high school to high school to high school, one school per year from the time he was a freshman all the way through college. So this is a kid without much stability or structure around him every single year. So he's still a raw talent. And he's a freak of a rim protector. He's a great rim runner. And his offensive skill set is still budding. He's still got a ways to go there, as is his feel for the game. But just a raw talent that when you get him into an NBA organization, you have him there for a few years, you can really mold and develop him, and you can see him make big jumps very quickly.
All right, so not everybody sees this player the same way. How does Gary Parrish see it? Great time.
Isaiah Jackson blocked 8 shots against Kansas back in December, so we know he can block the basketball. That's certainly his best trait. Gary, Isaiah Jackson, the pick by the Pacers here, ends up going to the Pacers. What's your grade?
We'll snap our streak here because Isaiah Jackson was not the highest remaining player on my board. That's actually Usman Garuba, but I'll give it a B+. I like him. You know, right now he's certainly more defense than offense. He is more athleticism than skill. You know, defensively, he's a monster. He's going to rim protect. Can get a little loose with his fundamentals on defense because he's so gifted at just naturally swatting shots. But that's all stuff that can get cleaned up. On the offensive end, if we're being honest, you don't want to do much besides throw him lobs and let him offensive rebound and tip dunk. But, you know, again, he's very, very young, and all of that stuff can be developed. But it's an old cliche, but it doesn't make it untrue. You know, he's got some stuff you can't teach. And at this point in the draft, it's a totally sensible.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.